the sports page with the Orlando Sentinel and FM 96.9 The Game's Mike the Bulldog Bianchi.
On JRR.
So I guess we're going to handle the sports page again this morning, Taco Bob?
According to Mike the Bulldog Bianchi's text, yes.
Okay.
And then we'll have to figure things out.
Where is he again?
He's covering the Final Four, which would be good to hear about from him. You know, what the action is there in San Antonio, but
maybe that's just crazy thinking.
Yeah. We'll just have to see. If he bails on Monday, then we'll have to revisit everything.
Okay. All right, let's begin with the Magic last night. Magic get the win in Washington against the Wizards, 109-97 the final. Paolo Banchero, 33 points and a career-high 18 rebounds and 8 assists. Magic get the win, and the Franz added 27 points for the Magic, who win their second straight, and 6 of 8 to improve a game ahead of Atlanta for the top Eastern Conference play-in spot.
Did you hear what Paolo said after the game in the post-game interview?
What'd he say?
He said, "Hey, Lynch, trap game, how'd that taste?"
All right. No, I'm glad the Magic were able to get through. Now they've got 4 days off until they are back in action at home hosting Atlanta. So enjoy the rest, fellas.
Deserved, brothers.
The Lightning lose on the road at Ottawa, 2-1 the final. However, it wasn't as bad as it could have been. Despite their loss, the Lightning wrap up a playoff spot, lock that in after in other league action, Colorado beat Columbus. So there you go. Lightning will next face the Sabres in Buffalo Saturday night as the NHL regular season continues down the home stretch. College basketball crown tournament in Las Vegas. UCF gets the win against Cincinnati yesterday. They advance after the 88-80 win over their Big 12 rival Cincinnati. That gets them into the semifinals, which will be tomorrow afternoon against Villanova from Vegas at 4 o'clock. You can watch that on FS1. The other semifinal will feature Boise State and Nebraska. That game at 1:30 tomorrow on FS1. So good for the Knights. And then the Crown Championship game is on Sunday afternoon at 5:30. If UCF should advance, that's when you'll be able to check that one out. That'll be on Fox.
Okay.
NCAA big tournaments, though. We got the Final Four weekend. Women's Final Four will be up first tonight from Tampa and Amalie Arena. First up at 7 will be Texas and South Carolina. That's followed by UConn and UCLA at 9:30. Both of those games you'll find on ESPN. The winners go to the championship game, which will be Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock on ABC and ESPN. Men's Final Four.
That's what we're talking about.
Tomorrow from San Antonio, the Gators will be facing SEC rival Auburn, 6:09 for the first semifinal game. Tip at 6:09 on CBS. That's followed by Houston and Duke, tentatively scheduled for 8:49 also on CBS. Then the winners will play each other on Monday in the national championship game in the finals at 8:50 on CBS on Monday.
Is it just me being a fan of any team from the state of Florida playing? Are you happy as well that it's the early game?
Oh, yeah.
God.
Yeah.
I'll watch the Duke game, but I won't take it in as well, I'm sure, at that time of night.
Yeah,
on a Saturday night.
We're both thinking along the same track here. We'll have better recall, if you will, at 6:09 on a Saturday evening, as opposed to a game finishing up probably well after 11 in the second one. Yeah, I am on the same page as you.
That's where my buddy's tapping me on the shoulder going, "Bob, get up, order an Uber and get out of here."
All right, Orlando City Soccer, they are on the road Saturday night. They will take on the Philadelphia Union in Chester, Pennsylvania. They'll get started at 7:30. The Union are 4-0-2. Orlando City is 3-1-2 in the still relatively early MLS regular season. Oh, it's lights out at the F1 desk. Let's throw it over to Taco Bob, our F1 insider. Set it up for this weekend, brother, after the series was off last weekend.
I'm telling you what, the drivers last night were sending me video. Lando and Piastri. What's his name?
Oscar Piastri.
Yeah, Piastri. That's what I'm talking about. All those guys were sending me video of eating sushi off of a lady at the Japanese Grand Prix. You know who I'm going with.
Who are you going with?
I messed up his name, so I can't go with him. I'm going with Lando Norris, looking strong. You got any facts for the F1 desk, even though it's the know-all F1 desk?
Well, are you going to be up watching that one at 1 a.m. Sunday morning? Our time is when that's on live.
No, because I'm going to sleep before the Duke game even ends.
Right. So there's what I was really hoping to get from our F1 insider over at the F1 desk was your take on Yuki Tsunoda, who has now been promoted to the main Red Bull Racing team after Liam Lawson was demoted after only a few races and poor performances. I mean, where are you going with this? What's your expectations for Yuki right in front of the home fans there in Japan?
If you're racing in Japan with the name Yuki, you're going to do well. But compared to Lando Norris and Piastri, Yuki is Dookie. Sorry.
Okay. All right. Whew. And you expect Ferrari to bounce back from the disqualifications the other weekend?
Yeah, totally.
Okay. Thank you. F1 desk, lights out over there. And there he goes. Meanwhile, NASCAR Cup Series throwback weekend at Darlington, Sunday, 3 o'clock is when that will get underway. And then we got Major League Baseball tonight. Both the Rays and Marlins on the road for weekend series. Rays will face the Rangers in Arlington, Texas. Marlins up in Atlanta to face the Braves starting today.
Solid work there, Lyncher. We'll see if we have a Bulldog on Monday. At least we had no celebrity birthdays on this Friday heading into the weekend.
All right, there you go. Your sports page on JRR.
Lynch and Talk.